beloved Masters of the Light, Archangel Michael here. It is a time of redemption and a time of release for many of you. And it leads to great forward movement as many old karmic contracts are being cancelled right now or released through divine grace. In order to raise the frequency of Mother Earth, it is necessary to raise the frequency of each and all individuals inhabiting the Mother, as the ascension process is involving all beings on this beautiful planet of yours. We are so proud of our beloved Masters of the Light, as many of you have been working so hard on the self over the past decade. And now it is a time of harvest, as individual and collective development is undergoing massive acceleration if the individual is willing to fully and wholeheartedly open up to the process of healing through divine grace. Many of our beloved Masters of the Light have been caught in endless cycles of repeating certain karmic patterns through negative belief systems and being stuck in negative thought forms of the self and others, such as guilt and shame. But now it is time to fully release all lower vibrational frequencies, as such a release will bring great healing to the self and to the collective of humanity. It is no longer necessary to reflect on the karmic concept of guilt, trauma, loss or pain, as all of you are the creators of your own life and destiny, and especially our beloved Masters of the Light are now at a point where they become true masters of creation if they are able to fully align their frequencies with the frequencies of higher realms and higher or divine will. Forget everything that you have been taught about manifesting, as in reality, creation is very simple and does not need any complicated concepts or so-called rituals. The basis of becoming a true master of creation is purging the self from all lower vibrational frequencies and becoming the most authentic light and love in the core of your very essence. This sounds easy, and it is easy, but in truth it is perceived as very difficult for most humans, as you are bound by negative beliefs, false concepts and misleading impulses through your ego, which keeps you in lower vibration, codependency, the frequency of guilt, pain, fear and shame, and this must be released. The release of such is well known to many of you, as nearly all of you by now have become true masters of the self by doing the shadow work and the work on the self that is needed in order to step up the higher dimensional frequencies. By diving deep into the self and integrating all dark aspects of the self, embracing all so-called negativity and darkness within each of you, and everyone has been purging and cleaning the self and the collective from such negativity and false beliefs. Each of you who is willing to do this work of purging and reflection is not only healing the self, but healing the entire world. For this we thank you greatly, and we love you dearly for your willingness to do so. You must know that by now most of you have been raising their frequency to such a high level that by now you are able to create heaven on earth within the self. Again, and by doing so, you will be inspiring others to follow you. Your light and love that is radiating from the essence of your soul and your heart will create great healing for others that come in contact with you. The most important clue to becoming a master of creation is the understanding that such a master is always in full alignment with higher will. A master of creation is creating solely from a point of higher perspective and not from a point of ego illusions and personal will. It does not mean that personal will is an obstacle to master creation, but personal will has to be in alignment with higher will in order to create for the highest possible outcome for such a master and all others involved into the process of creation. In general, such a master will not focus on details, but rather raise his frequency to the highest possible level and invite divine love and divine grace into the process of creation. Such a master is ready to follow the signs and synchronicities and flow with a softness and ease like water in the direction the water is led naturally instead of fighting so-called obstacles. Such true masters do understand that the how of their creation is not of importance. It is the why that is the clue to creation. As long as you set your intention on the highest possible result for your highest good, you will be surprised by the beauty and the power of your creations. As long as you do not control the ways how to get there, but enable divine source to flow through you, using you as a pure channel for divine creation, you will allow miracles behind your understanding and imagination. This is the secret of a master of creation. Such a blending with higher will and higher frequencies demands infinite trust in source and total surrender to the ways of creation that higher will and divine force is foreseeing for you. It demands letting go of the wishes of your ego and accepting full leadership of your higher self together with higher will and higher power. In doing so, all of you are an important part of ascension, and we need you as true masters of creation for the next step in this process. If all of you become such master creators based on trust and surrender to higher power, you all will create heaven on earth and live in beauty and grace on this planet. All of you will be able to create a life beyond your wildest dreams, as this life is independent from the limiting wishes and illusions of the ego, but created out of devotion to the highest love and light. We ask you, my beloved masters, become such masters of creation as you are ready to do so. You will be supported and loved by us beyond your understanding, and all of you will experience the miracles of higher creation. This is Archangel Michael.